Hey everyone, been gone from YouTube for way too long, so now I'm so excited to get back at it. Today, let's talk Superman. Welcome back to the channel where we love talking about movies and more. I'm your host, Mason Phillips, and I gotta say, I've been away from YouTube for about 2 months now. I did a short over Gladiator 2, but I really haven't done much with the channel. Life got in the way, and I just made excuse after excuse as to why I couldn't get back to the channel. I just want to say I'm back, so excited to be doing this again, and I want to say that I'm going to get back to doing regular uploads at least once a week. I've been trying to do a daily upload cycle. That is just not possible at the moment, but I can at least get a video out once a week for you guys. Hoping to amp that up to twice, maybe 3 times a week. I am going to get that Walking Dead series out that I've been teasing for a long while now on the channel, and I'm very sorry for you guys that have been waiting for that series. I am still working on it, and I am going to do it, so don't think that that's an empty promise that I'm never going to get to. I'm sorry for teasing you with that and not fulfilling on that promise, but this is not a video about The Walking Dead. This is a video about the trailer for James Gunn's Superman that's coming out next year in July of 2025. It's going to be the first film in the new DC universe. Now, we've already gotten our first little introduction to the DC universe with Creature Commandos, which is on Max right now. I'm loving that show. It's very James Gunn. I think this movie is also going to be very James Gunn, but in a different way. A little bit more serious. There's still going to be that humor that we're used to in James Gunn properties, but I think there's going to be a lot more, it's going to be a lot more sincere, I think, than most of his properties have been. Very Superman. Of course, we have an eclectic group of people here, not just the Superman cast, but we also have the what looks like the beginnings of maybe the Justice League or the Justice Society with Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner's Green Lantern, Hawkgirl's going to be in this, Metamorpho's going to be in this. I'm very excited to see what's going to be happening with this movie. This is probably my most anticipated movie of 2025, along with the Fantastic Four: First Steps, Thunderbolts, and many other films that are coming out next year. So I'm a big comic book fan, big Superman fan, big DC Comics fan. I'm so excited for this trailer, so I'm going to stop talking right now, and we're going to get right into this reaction. But before we go any further in this video, I want to ask you guys to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you get notified when new videos go live on this channel. When you guys do that, it always helps me out, and I greatly appreciate it. Now, let's move on to the reaction. All right, so excited for this. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Oh man, I think Superman just landed in the Arctic. Our strongest first look at David Cornsweet. Oh, he's hurt. This is like, oh, he's breathing heavy. Okay, there he is, Clark Kent. It's like he just got out of a battle, maybe. He's going to the Daily Planet. Oh, man, he looks rough. Bloodied Superman, so wonder what he was fighting that made that happen. Guitar riff is Rachel Brosnahan. I love. He's very Christopher Reeve in how he's acting as Clark Kent. I can already feel that. It's Pa Kent. Sorry guys, I just got an interruption on my feed. Gonna get this fixed. I'll get right back to it. All right, little interruption. We're back. Got it fixed. Here we go. Continuing on with Clark hugging Jonathan here on the porch step of the Kent farmhouse. This summer, that's the John Williams Superman theme, like a rock. It's got an electric guitar to it. But that was kind of a rendition of the John Williams Superman. Crypto. Oh, okay. I think he's going to Fortress Salted. Oh, that's cool. Lex Luthor, Luthor Core. Nicholas Hoult looks great as Lex Luthor. Oh, man. He's hated by people. There's Green Lantern, Hawkgirl. It's kind of dragon thing. Superman. Oh, this is... Okay, Eddie Gathiegi's Mr. Terrific, Lois and Clark. Okay, that shot was in the teaser when he flies up from yesterday. DC Studios, only in theaters, filmed for IMAX. I don't normally see movies in IMAX, but I might do it for Superman. All right, everybody, I watched the trailer twice, actually, did my reaction. Sorry for the interruption there. My Wi-Fi connection got a little screwed up there and it paused halfway through the video. That was a little irritating, but we got through it. I watched that trailer a second time, so without any interruptions, I was able to go back and watch some stuff. I am loving the tone of this. I was not expecting the John Williams Superman score to be implemented there, so they're adding elements of that score into this movie. I was thinking that, you know, maybe it should be like the James Bond score where there's always a different James Bond, but there's always the same theme, the same main theme that goes with James Bond. And I was thinking, well, maybe they should do that with Superman. You know, I love the Man of Steel Hans Zimmer theme. I don't know if that's my favorite Superman theme. It's like right up there with the John Williams theme for Christopher Reeve. You know, it's not one-to-one. It's a little different. There is going to be a slightly different tone, slightly different sound to the theme, but the fact that they put that in there, very John Williams heavy. David Cornsweet is already playing. I can see his Clark Kent, very inspired by how Christopher Reeve would be. You know, he's playing it a little bit meeker. And then when he's Superman, you know, you see a different side to this character. And I can see he's taking a lot of inspiration from Christopher Reeve and how he played Superman. I'm sure James Gunn kind of directed him in that way of look at Christopher Reeve more than any other Superman as your template. Not to copy that version of Superman, but to use that as a template. I really am digging everything about this trailer. Well, almost everything. I'm still not 100% sold on the costume for Superman. I still think it's a little ill-fitted in some places. I do like that the red trunks are back. I know a lot of people hate the red trunks. I totally get it if you do, but I see that as classic Superman. You know, it's Christopher Reeve Superman, Brandon Routh Superman, Tyler Hoechlin, and Henry Cavill. They stayed away from the red trunks, and I totally get that, but I'm digging it. We got a quick look at some of the other heroes. Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner. I thought he'd do great. You know, it's actually weird. A lot of people don't talk about this, but Nathan Fillion's already played Green Lantern. He's been Hal Jordan a number of times in animation, voicing Green Lantern. And now he gets to play a live-action Green Lantern. Not Hal Jordan, but Guy Gardner. And, you know, he's worked with James Gunn in the past. I think he's going to do a great job as Guy Gardner. Eddie Gathigi, I love the look of him as Mr. Terrific. Very comic accurate. I think he's going to do great. Heard that he's going to have a much larger role in this film. James Gunn said he's the main character of the side characters, or the main character of the supporting characters. You know, Superman's the main character, but Mr. Terrific's going to be the main character of these other heroes. So excited to see what his role in all of this is going to be. Like I said, there's going to be other heroes. We saw Hawkgirl in there. Metamorpho's going to be in this. We saw Stag Industries. So I'm glad I went back and rewatched it. So Superman goes into Stag Industries. And if you know anything from the comics, Simon Stagg is a big reason why Metamorpho exists. I love the look of Krypto here. Sorry I'm a little scrambled here. I'm just talking about everything I love from this trailer. I love the vibe. I don't know if I'm sold on that electric guitar in the theme, but still love that they call back to the John Williams aspect of it. They call back to so much of the Christopher Reeve Superman, the Richard Donner Superman in this. And while that's not my favorite Superman movie, I love the feel that it gives you. I love the template that is set for what Superman is to be on the big screen in live action. And so I love everything that they're doing here. I'm really excited for this movie. I wouldn't say I've really been worried about this movie. If I was reserved about this at all, if I was worried about this movie at all, I think that a lot of those worries have mostly been mitigated from this trailer. Now, it's just a quick look. We don't really know what the plot of this film is going to be. They just kind of gave us what's the feel of this film. This Superman also, like Henry Cavill's Superman, not going to be loved by the entire public. You know, some people are going to hate him, some people are going to love him, and he's going to have to fight through all the noise in that. I think at the end of the movie, there's still probably going to be people, of course, Lex Luthor, who's not going to be Superman's biggest fan, but I think he's going to win a lot of the public over. And it's kind of funny because he has to win the public over in the movie, and this movie, Superman, kind of has to win us over as fans. But I'm excited for the new vision here, because that's the thing that I think the DCEU really lacked. There was a vision, but there was such a hesitancy to stick to one vision over the other. DC was so reactionary. Warner Brothers was so reactionary when the DCEU was kicking off, even into the second film, or the first film even. They were so reactionary off the first film. See, if Man of Steel was going to do well, it did well enough so we can go forward. But let's just not take our time. We know we got to compete with Marvel. Let's just jump right into Batman. We're going to put Wonder Woman in there. We're going to be Flash and Aquaman and tease the Justice League and do all this stuff. But it's a Batman versus Superman movie, but it's also a tease for the Justice League. It's whoa, slow down. Slow down. We don't need to go right into it and then, okay, what's our next movie going to be? Suicide Squad. Why are we doing, hang on, don't we need to establish our Justice League before we get to the Justice League? We've only had one Superman movie. Then we got Wonder Woman, which was really good. And then we get the Justice League. Very gross behind the scenes stuff that was going on with that film, pushing Zack Snyder to the side, all the stuff behind that. And then, of course, we got other films. Aquaman was really fun. James Gunn comes in, does the Suicide Squad, which I quite enjoy. Then does Peacemaker, which, while not my favorite DC series, I had some fun with that. Then we get other films. We had The Flash last year. A lot of issues with that movie, but I still had fun with it overall. This was just a DC universe that was so all over the place and so reactionary that they had to do a hard reset. Each film was just losing so much money at the box office time and time again. They kept losing so much money, film after film, and it just couldn't sustain itself anymore. I think if they restructured it around the time that James Gunn and Peter Safran came in and said, we're actually going to stick with the DCEU, we're going to restructure it and move forward, I think that could have worked, and I think they could have rebuilt our trust, the overall trust of the moviegoers in the DCEU, and I think it could have worked moving forward, but I just think there was so much damage. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on with a lot of the actors, so they had a lot of recasts going on, and it just probably was better that they went in this direction. Now, I would have preferred a hard reset. There are still things, specifically the James Gunn stuff from the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. He's pulling over from there, going into the DCU. You can already see that in Creature Commandos, that it's referencing stuff that happened in those series. There's going to be a Peacemaker season 2. So James Gunn is picking stuff that he's worked on specifically. I totally understand that. Not the direction I would have gone in, but I totally understand why he's doing that. But I'm very excited. I know I'm a little long-winded here. It's been so long since I've been with you guys. I just wanted to talk about this trailer so much. I thought when this trailer came out, it was the perfect time for me to come back to YouTube. I know I'm getting this trailer out late. I tried to record this early. You're going to be getting this on Friday, so a day after the trailer's already come out. But I hope you've enjoyed my rambling here. And guys, I'm going to get back to YouTube. Again, this is not my full-time job. I wish it was, because I want to plug into this so much more than I've been able to. But guys, I love talking with all of you in the comments section. I have gotten some very nice comments from you guys. Some not so nice, but we get past that, and I love hanging out with the YouTube community here that we're building here on this channel. And I hope to get to talk to even more of you in the future, and maybe one day get to meet some of you in person. I would love to have this channel grow so much further than it already has, and I'm so blown away by the growth that this channel has had. It only started earlier this year. I created the channel back in January, and it got started really going either February or March. I think February is when I released my first video. That video is a little rough, but that's when I really got going, when I first got going with this whole YouTube thing. And so guys, 2024 has been a very interesting year for me. Kind of a year, it's been all over the place. I know I've promised stuff on the channel that hasn't come to pass, stuff that I've promised and then said, no, that's not really where I'm going. This is my first year on the channel, so I'm really trying to figure out what works for me. What am I most passionate about? Of course, I moved studio spaces, so I'm using a temporary studio space. This is not anything that I built, and so this is my temporary filming location until I get my home studio reorganized and recreated. So until then, I'm gonna be here probably for the better part of a year, and then eventually I'll have a new studio space created. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Again, before you leave, go down in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of the Superman trailer. Did you like it? Are you excited for Superman? Are you excited for the direction of the DC universe and what DC Studios and James Gunn and Peter Safran are doing going forward? Are you disappointed that we're not getting anything else from the DC Extended Universe? How do you feel about David Cornsweet as our new Superman? Rachel Brosnahan, I didn't really talk about Nicholas Hoult. I thought he looked great as Lex Luthor, and I'm so excited for this film. Probably my most anticipated film of 2025. But guys, that's all I got for you today. Before you go, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you get notified when new videos go live on this channel. When you guys do that, it always helps me out. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you all have an awesome and a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.